Today is Thursday, November the 12th. It is morning in Los Angeles and morning in America. I am your host, Casey Phoenix, and this is my morning political thought. All right, for today, I only will do two side news stories. I'm going to do a side news story on TikTok because on BitChute, for some reason, the TikTok video has now become the more popular video out of all the videos that I have for most watched. And something came across the Times today, the Washington Times, in regards to TikTok. So I was like, okay, well, let me throw a TikTok article in here for all the BitChute watchers. And then I will do another side news story on Ticketmaster, which I'm sure some of you have already heard about. But before I go into that, I want to tell you guys that I plan on doing an overhaul of the Purple Elephant Show. Things will, for the most part, be the same. Obviously, there will still be the morning political thought. There will still be the Purple Elephant Show on the weekend. And then, of course, the episodes that are coming that I told you about, No Chill at Nighttime, which are more colorful episodes. But as for the platforms that the show will be on and things like that, that will start to change slowly but surely. As I mentioned before, Facebook is one of those that I just don't care. I mean, we have how many followers on Facebook or likes? I think it's like 400 something likes or 500 likes. I don't even know what it is. I don't really keep up with it like that. But regardless, for those on Facebook, because Facebook has this new censorship thing going, I just don't feel like wasting my time. And that's going to go into my morning political thought, which is about unity. Is how can you unify with people that want to censor you all the time in a country, which the United States of America, where you're supposed to have free speech? You don't have to agree with anything I say, but I still have a right to say it. Just like I don't have to agree with anything you say, but you still have a right to say it. But anyway, I digress. Facebook, more than likely effective starting tomorrow, I will post my last podcast and video episode up to Facebook tomorrow. And then maybe Saturday, I'll just post a little note saying that I'm not posting on Facebook anymore and do that. Because I don't see the point of posting on a platform that constantly censors. Obviously, still going to be on Parler. The Purple Elephant Show on Parler. The Purple Elephant Show on Instagram. I haven't had any issues with Instagram. I've had more traction on Instagram, even though Facebook owns it. But if Facebook starts to cut up on Instagram, I'll stop on Instagram too. There's other platforms coming up. Also, with YouTube, it is a possibility, even though my videos get views on YouTube, that I may just stop with YouTube altogether because they're censoring people. I'm hearing the new platform is Rumble. So I've been looking at it. I want to check some other things out. Obviously, I still have BitChute. I enjoyed the BitChute community most of all thus far. So the Purple Elephant Show will remain intact on BitChute, and I will continue to post regularly on BitChute. And as for Twitter, for now, but I'm just ready for President Trump to say, hey, I'm moving my official account to Parler, so he can put the stake right on through and do that for Twitter. But it is what it is. Maybe once this whole election stuff settles down and then he's confirmed for his second term, that'll be that. So yeah, just a heads up. ThePurpleElephantShow.com main podcasting platform, that will always be up because that is what I have the most free speech on. That is what I have the most control over, is my podcast. So ThePurpleElephantShow.com main podcasting platform. The podcast is carried on Anchor, is carried on Apple, is carried on Google Play, is carried on I think Pocket Cast or something like that. in like 3 or 4. It's a total of 8 or 9 platforms, and then more platforms are being added as time goes on in regards to the podcast. So the podcast will always be up and going. And that's what I have on that update. If you are watching this on BitChute or Daily Motion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell for those if you still want to know on YouTube. But like I said, I'm probably going to phase out YouTube. Anyways, let me go ahead and get to this with the TikTok part. And as I said, this is from the Washington Times. This came through today. And it says, TikTok accuses White House of ignoring proposals. Federal judges' orders halting the Trump administration's crackdown on TikTok are all that stand between the popular Chinese-owned social media app and a Thursday deadline effectively banning it in the U.S. As TikTok fights for survival in the courts, it says it has received no clarity from the Trump administration about whether it has accepted its proposals to alleviate national security concerns about the app. The Interagency Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, or CFIUS, which is led by Treasury Secretary Stephen T. Mnuchin, is reviewing the proposals. President Trump in September gave his tentative blessing to a proposal by TikTok owner ByteDance meant to resolve the national security concerns by placing TikTok under the oversight of Oracle and Walmart, which I don't know why Walmart got. Whatever. Walmart has been doing some weird moves lately, but I'm not on their board of directors. Not my monkey, not my circus. Anyways, each of which would have a financial stake in the company. Mr. Trump has cited concerns that the Chinese government could spy on TikTok users if the app remains under Chinese ownership. TikTok said it has worked with CFIUS for a year without asserting much of a response, without ascertaining much of a response to its proposals. So it decided to turn to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. In the nearly 2 months since the president gave his preliminary approval to our proposal to satisfy those concerns, we have offered detailed solutions to finalize that agreement, but have received no substantive feedback on our extensive data privacy and security framework, a TikTok spokesperson said in an email. Facing continual new requests and no clarity on whether our proposal solutions would be accepted, we requested the 30-day extension that is expressly permitted in the August 14th order. Today, with the November 12th CFIUS deadline imminent and without an extension in hand, we have no choice but to file a petition in court to defend our rights and those of our more than 1,500 employees in the U.S. The TikTok spokesperson said the company remains committed to working with the Trump administration, but the legal challenge was necessary to ensure TikTok could discuss a path forward. Multiple court orders have placed temporary pauses on different aspects of President Trump's restrictions on TikTok. In September, U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols ordered a temporary block of the Trump administration's decision that would stop TikTok's distribution through the app stores run by Apple and Google. So that's what's going on with TikTok right now. Today's the 12th. They filed in the courts to get more clarity as to what's going on because according to TikTok, they're saying that, hey, we submitted everything. President Trump gave this blessing, but you guys haven't followed up. So what's the deal? And because we haven't heard from you and it's getting close to the deadline, we had to file in the courts to make sure that we're covered just in case since we haven't heard from you. That's what that's about right now. I don't use TikTok. Don't really care about TikTok. I have no plans of using TikTok because we all know what the deal is with TikTok. And anybody who follows what the deal is with TikTok probably won't use it either. And that's that. It's that simple. So that is the article on TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and go to this other article, which this was on several outlets, but this is from justthenews.com. This is from John Solomon's outlet. And this is a short article with Ticketmaster. It says Ticketmaster will soon require customers to provide either a negative China Wuhan virus test result or proof that they have obtained a China Wuhan virus vaccination prior to attending a concert or event through the platform, according to industry reports. And for those who don't know, they're not calling it the China Wuhan virus. I am. If you don't know why I call it the China Wuhan virus, go to my episode that explains why I call it the China Wuhan virus. It's that simple. All right, back to the article. The company, founded in 1976 and a pioneer of digital ticket sales, will reportedly utilize third-party reporting software to confirm a customer's vaccinated status before they will be permitted to purchase tickets through the service. The users will also be able to present a negative China Wuhan virus test via a digital health pass in order to gain access to concerts. Public health officials say a China Wuhan virus vaccine is likely to start distribution early next year. So Ticketmaster is saying, hey, we're looking to set up an apparatus where you can't get tickets or attend events unless you go through the process of showing that you have a negative test in regards to the China Wuhan virus, or you have papers showing that you have a vaccine in regards to the China Wuhan virus. Me personally, I think it's a little overboard. I kind of consider it an invasion of privacy. This is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Germanesque, maybe. That'll be the word of the day. I think I just invented that, but that's fine. Yeah, this is kind of Germanesque. So, with the vaccine, people already know how I feel about the vaccine. That even Pfizer, with what they came out with when they said, hold on, I have to take a sip of my lemon water. Even when Pfizer came out with what they said in regards to the vaccine, Pfizer said they don't have a vaccine that is 100% effective. They said the vaccine is showing to be 90% effective. In addition to that, the vaccine triggers a response based off of the strains that are available. So the virus is already mutated. That's one thing. Other thing is the virus will more than likely mutate again, just like the flu virus mutates every season. When you receive your flu vaccine, you're receiving the vaccine for that strand of the previous flu year. If the flu has already mutated from that strand or strain, then you wouldn't be protected against it. Hence, question mark. And why do they call it a vaccine? Because usually a vaccine means that it's a cure to a certain degree. This isn't a cure. So I don't get it. And then requiring people to reveal their medical history. This is probably going to go to court. I don't know why, I just have a feeling. This is more than likely going to go to court, because to request medical records for someone, and I mean, for those who are comfortable, they can go ahead and do that. But not everyone wants to give their medical records, whether it's positive or negative. They may not want to make that information available to Ticketmaster, because then how secure is Ticketmaster's information? In addition to that, if you take a test, let's say you took a test 72 hours before the concert, but you come into contact with the virus 24 hours before the concert. The test you took 72 hours before the concert would be negative. But if you came into contact with the virus 24 hours before the concert, there just isn't really a way to deal with, to know. It isn't, people are just, I hate that this has become so politicized. Politics is driving people crazy and pushing people to do ridiculous things. Speaking of ridiculous things, let me get into my morning political thought. when we're talking about unity. When it comes to unity, I'll be honest, as I always am anyway. I can't speak for the rest of Americans. I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for myself. When it comes to unity, for myself, speaking for myself, if the candidate was not compromised by the Chinese government, and Joe Biden is compromised, that is not, it's not something that's up for debate. It is a fact. If you follow all of the information, all of the receipts, the evidence, as in factual evidence out there, not stuff that's made up, not Pizzagate and all this other whatever, actual factual evidence that is out there. Joe Biden is compromised. Period. He's compromised by China. That is a known fact. Other people are compromised by China usually because China, pays them off to one form or another. But with Joe Biden, it's deeper than that. Not are there just payoffs. There are other things with compromising documents and compromising pictures and other stuff. Joe Biden is compromised, period. It's not up for debate. I don't care what side you're on. If you can't see that, then you have other issues that you might need to seek an evaluation for. If it was a different candidate that I felt wasn't compromised or as compromised, because it seems like most of the candidates these days are compromised by China, isn't as compromised as Joe Biden is by China. And if for the past 5 years, the other side hasn't been demonizing the people who supported the president in doing that and constantly going after President Trump over nonsense. And of course, making supporters of the president feel like they're less than human because they support someone only because people who support the president want to make America great again. I've never understood what the issue was with that, wanting America to be great. Why is that a problem? I thought we're Americans. Wouldn't we want America to be great? We don't want Canada to be great. We're not Canadians. We don't want Mexico to be great. I mean, obviously we don't wish bad on any country or anything like that. Well, maybe some countries. But for Americans, as an American, you would want America to be great, to be the greatest. That's just common sense. But common sense isn't always common. So I don't understand what's bad about that. Due to everything that has happened, that is an issue. So we have two things that are issues on my radar. The other thing that's an issue on my radar, I know President Trump won. I know he won. He won the election, period. He won the Electoral College, and I'm confident my intuition is telling me he won the popular vote. Now, I told you yesterday that I didn't think President Trump got 71 million votes. I think he got around 75 million. Well, guess what? They're still counting, and now they're finding out, and President Trump just tweeted it, that he's at 73 million now. I told you. Something's telling me he got around 75 million votes. I said that yesterday. Then he tweets later at 73 million now. So you can't tell me that people were checking for Joe Biden. You can't tell me that more black people supported Joe Biden than Barack Obama. I voted for President Obama twice. So I voted for President Obama twice. A lot of millions of people who voted for President Obama actually voted for President Trump. Millions. But then Joe Biden comes along, and then all of a sudden he has the backing of black people. Do people not know that minorities are the reason that Hillary Clinton lost the election? Because they didn't come out for, especially black people, they didn't come out for her like they did for Obama. Had black people come out for Hillary Clinton like they did for Obama, Hillary Clinton would have won the election. So you're telling me that a man who no one cares about, who no one really knows about, and for those who know about him, know about the crime bill and everything else, even though the crime bill, everyone digs at him on that, but quiet as it's kept, both sides, Republicans and Democrats, signed off on that crime bill. It wasn't just Joe Biden. It was Joe Biden's bill, but everybody pretty much signed off on it for the most part, to be honest and fair. But with their view of Joe Biden, you really think that if they didn't come out for Hillary, but they're going to come out for Joe? Make it make sense. It doesn't. So if we were to remove all of those things, so if we had a candidate that wasn't as compromised, preferably not compromised by China, if the media and other people on the other side demonizing the president and the president's supporters for the past 5 years didn't do that, and if the election was fair, if we knew the election was fair and President Trump lost, then okay, we'll take the L and be like, you know what? All right, tough fight, shake hands, walk off the field. Let's go ahead and make the country work the best we can. None of that's happened. None of that has happened. Like I said before, we have a candidate who is ridiculously compromised by China. We have a media who demonizes the president and his supporters. In addition to that, there's this new, I think it's called the Trump Accountability Project, to go after people who worked in the Trump administration or who supported President Trump through donations and other things, to sort of blacklist them from getting jobs and doing other things. But you're talking about a time to heal. And then we have all of these irregularities. They keep calling them irregularities. I call it fraud. And stuff with elections in certain states where in the middle of the night, states are just like, oh, we're going to stop counting. And then we wake up and then it's like, oh, Joe has all these votes. Wait, what? So when they're talking about a time to heal and let's have unity, let's unify, there's something I want to say, but that would be for a No Chill at Nighttime episode. It's a very well-known saying. It's, you got me blanked up. You really do. If you think that's the case. And there's another saying in addition to that that's usually said in the Northeast, where you can go yourself. Because, no, not on this one. If those things I mentioned were different, I'd be like, you know what, let's get out the pom-poms. Yay, America, we're going to make this work and we're going to make it do what it do. And we're going to come together. And it is what it is. We'll disagree on what we disagree on and we'll agree on what we agree on, and we'll try to keep the plane flying straight and keep it from crashing and do that as Americans together, unified. But with this situation, I'm not on board. I'm going to give the side eye the whole time. So that's how I feel about unity. And that is my morning political thought. So, thepurpleelephantshow.com, main podcasting platform. The Purple Elephant Show on Parler. The Purple Elephant Show on Instagram. If you're watching this on BitChute or Dailymotion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button. They'll let you know when I upload new episodes. And honestly, that's all I have. Until next time, guys, thanks for the support. Be blessed.